Ladies and gentlemen, this is the UFC Fight Pass Invitational 4 Absolute Tournament Finale. Scheduled for 8 minutes plus overtime. All for $30,000. And now, your finalists. The Black Belt Slayer, Nicky versus Big Dan Manasoiu. And your referee in charge when the action begins, Steve Portillo.
All right, guys, let's get it. Shake hands. Nick, you ready? Dan, you ready? Fight!
And here we go. We are underway. Our tournament finale. $30,000 hanging in the balance. Nicky Rodriguez on top of Big Dan Manasoiu.
There's no feeling out process from either of these guys. They're getting right to it.
And this is the match that I think we all wanted to see, the New Wave versus the B team. You know, Nicky Rodriguez having gone up against the King Gordon Ryan in his previous matchups and definitely wanted to get that back, a win back over the New Wave. Dan Manasoiu.
Rodriguez in top position here. See if he can pass the legs of Big Dan.
I mean, Big Dan could play defensive end for the Buffalo Bills right now. That guy's 286. He's that perfect size.
Do you think he misses calling?
and for him to pull guards like without even worrying about anything is just fascinating. You know, most guys his size, they would never pull guard. But look at, he just pulls guard. He's super flexible. He's got great leg locks. Let's see if, you know, Nicky Rod usually is the bigger guy in his matchups. He's usually the guy that has the weight advantage, the strength advantage, the athleticism advantage, but not here. He's outweighed by 50 pounds. It's incredible.
Nicky Rod is known for his wrestle-up techniques, so we're pretty sure that Dan Manasoiu was very aware of Nicky Rod's strengths and trying to kind of neutralize them by pulling guard first.
You know, and fatigue could be a factor this match, you know. Nicky really had to put in a lot more time on the mat throughout the course of this tournament compared to Dan, so fatigue could play a big role the longer this match goes.
And for what it's worth, Manasoiu had more time to rest in between his matches as well.
Yeah.
I've never seen Nicky Rod tired, though.
No, he's a tremendous athlete.
I think he's doing the right things for his cardio. I'm pretty sure he's professional as you can be. Getting his sprints in, you know.
Like Mark Coleman?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of videos of him doing crazy gymnastics after all of his training sessions.
Yeah, backflips.
Yeah.
Dan he's being really physical on bottom. I mean, you just see him palming the hand, stiff arming him. Earlier, he was trying to pull Nicky Rod's head into his shin, almost like he was going for a go-go plata without the top hook over the back. Now he wrestles his way up. God forbid they come flying off the mat in our direction.
Yeah, that's terrible.
We might have to cancel the show.
Can we get some security over here, Marab? We need Marab to stand on the table and protect us.
There was no eye poke. Good. Unintentional. All right. Same position.
Hey, Big Dan is just stoic. I mean, he's just, even before the match, as they're doing the announcements, he's just locked eyes on Nicky Rod. He's just...
Fight!
Yeah, he's trying to get into Nicky's head.
Definitely.
And this is the third FPI appearance of Dan Manasoiu. He's really utilized this stage and platform to make a name for himself under these bright lights, and he's done so pretty much perfectly throughout that experience. And a win tonight over Nicky Rod in this tournament finale would go a long way in really making him a mainstay, a top-of-mind competitor, just like his teammate in Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. And he, as mean as he is on the mats, he's an absolute pleasure to talk to when the matches are over and he's not competing. He invited me to go out and train with him, and I told him I would take him up on that, and then I watched him snap some guy's leg as I was studying film, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll go train with him, but I'll train with someone else. You know, I'll go be in his presence. But
that's called fight IQ.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
He truly is a gentle giant, and I was actually at that tournament, Who's Number One, when Dan Manasoiu snapped that guy's leg completely in half. It was pretty traumatizing, actually.
Pretty bad.
coming up on the halfway point of regulation here in our tournament finale.
Keep working, keep working.
If it gets into OT, it's going to be interesting to see how Big Dan handles Nicky Rod's escapes. Because you know Dan's got to be very well trained in EBIOT.
Yep.
He
Oh,
got
body
that.
lock pass.
Wow.
Nicky Rod.
Wow.
Here we go.
Whoa.
That's huge. That's big.
Yeah.
3.5 minutes for Nicky Rod to work here from side.
That was really nice. I think it benefits Nicky a little bit being the smaller guy. You know, he's so used to being the bigger guy, and you know, while Dan is probably stronger than him, you know he's going to have such a speed advantage. So you might as well capitalize. You get your hands locked, you got to make a fast move.
Yeah. Man, he's doing a great job at stifling Dan's frames. Dan needs his frames bad here to recover guard. And,
Can't be so passive here. There's a lot of time left. 3 minutes is an eternity when you're in a dominant position. So Nicky Rod's got a lot of time to work.
I'm very, very impressed by Nicky Rod's control here. He's completely got Dan's shoulders flat to the mat and securing this position comfortably, if I may say so.
And Nicky's just always in tough matches. I just feel like he's always in tough matches. He's always really having to battle his way through, you know, and once again he finds himself going against a giant, Dan Manasoiu.
Nicky's playing it safe here, you know, controlling the position, holding down, waiting for his time, because he knows that in overtime, that's where he truly wins. That's where he thrives.
Be interested to see if he pops up and maybe goes knee on belly, tries to open up a little more, maybe try to find a submission regulation.
I think he's going to be patient and hope that Dan gets desperate and makes a move and gives up his back. That's what I think he's waiting for. He's going to let him mount, see? Boom. Oh, almost recovered. Oh, he recovered.
He did.
Look at that. Oh, he's going to go again. Going to do
back
the same
to it.
thing. Oh!
Wow.
Again.
Wow. Hey, oh!
Goodness.
But then Dan recovers. Look at that.
But that was nice.
He dismounted because he knew if he would have stayed in the mount, there would have been some kind of, you know, with Dan's flexibility, he could have did a Hail Mary mount escape right into legs.
Yes, that's
So then he abandoned that, went to side control.
savvy stuff from Nicky Rod. Good match, good fight IQ. Can you say fight IQ in a jiu-jitsu match? I'd say that's good.
I think that's appropriate.
It's good
I
fight
like
IQ.
it. I like it.
Absolutely.
And
Mat
Nicky
IQ, good mat IQ. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, Mat IQ.
Mat IQ. Look at that. Coming up with some terminology over here. And there's that foot on the face. That's a size 20 in men's. That thing is big.
Nicky Rod stands. Touch over a minute remains in regulation.
He's going to go for it again.
I wonder if Nicky favors one side more than the other on that body lock pass, because he passed both times to his right.
Yeah, it seems like that's probably a strong side.
Yeah. Oh, looking to go to it again. Maybe a little back step. Okay, there he goes to it again.
Oh, look at that top half.
Got his hands locked with
Oh,
the
look at
S
that.
grip.
Passed
Another-
again.
Jeez,
Wow.
Great job.
Wow.
How strong does Nicky Rod have to be able to control these positions like that?
His passing is just
25 seconds.
phenomenal.
How the hell does he get his hands locked around that guy? He's a big
Yeah.
man. He's a big dude.
I mean, Manasoiu has easily 70 pounds on Nicky Rod.
He has 50.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
To put it in context, Dan Manasoiu is like 2.5 Vanessa Demopoulos.
Final seconds here in regulation as we are headed to overtime. And that's a wrap.
Oh.
Who would win?
Wow.
Dan Manasoiu or 2 Vanessa Demopoulos?
I'm vicious. If there's 2 of me, good luck.
Yeah, I would go with Vanessa.
You make it 3, and now we got a pride fight on our hands.
Turn this way, Nick. Down right here.
Ooh, he wants the armbar. Interesting. Well, that's a good move. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Taking Nick Rod's back is not a good idea.
Yeah,
Right here on the mat.
especially with that speed advantage that
Defense
he
on
has.
point. Off at some point.
Traditional
Timer
EBI
ready.
overtime rules
Go.
here in play. 3 rounds maximum, 1 round minimum.
Oh!
He's out.
Oh, wow. You want to talk about a whirlwind of emotions in about 5 seconds? It was all right
To
there.
get out of that armbar, you had to do everything perfect.
whoa.
3
Hold on.
different
Let me get his
movements,
wrist.
and
Let me get
everything
his
was
wrist.
perfect.
Okay.
That was 3 movements.
That was nice. And that was all done in a matter
hold
of
on.
seconds.
And he let his arm fully extend to be able to flip over him. That was wild.
Go!
Now Nicky Rod on offense here in the bottom of the first.
Oh, Nicky's back
Ooh,
on top.
nice adjustment.
Still has it.
Back
He
on
still
top.
has it.
Back on top. Oh, he's behind the arms.
Still maintaining this position.
Love the leg work from Nicky Rod.
Oh my goodness, and now he's fully back into a position.
Wow.
I love the way that he X'd his legs over one leg before transitioning to the body triangle. That was really good stuff from Nicky Rod. 28 seconds to go.
And this is where all of that EBI experience really comes into play here in these overtime rule sets. And we can see how Nicky Rod has trained this so vigorously.
Yes. It's just jiu-jitsu. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Jiu-jitsu overtime. That's what it should be called, not EBIOT.
this is true.
Because it's rear naked chokes and arm bars. It's the epitome of jiu-jitsu.
When the man himself, Eddie Bravo, says
Time.
that.
Back to the center.
Maxes out the ride time, does Nicky
Back arm
Rod.
bar down.
So now we go back to
Top of the second.
the offensive portion here
Nick, scoot towards me. Scoot
for
towards me.
Dan Manasoiu. As you mentioned, top of the second, overtime.
Get to
You
them.
know that I'm going to have to do a little instigating when I get to this post-match speech.
Well, you know, he escaped that last one, but we'll see if he escapes this
Yeah.
one. We'll see if he escapes this one.
Right there, right there. All right, defense on point.
If he does,
Offense on point.
Manasoiu is going to definitely
Go.
regret going back to this position. But oh, the arms extended. Oh, trying to
Oh
go
my
through,
God.
trying to
He
get
thought about
free.
it. He thought about it. Oh my God.
Huge trouble.
He's out.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
out.
Are you willing to
Wow.
win this tournament? Apparently, Nicky Rodriguez will give his arm.
That was
And then
wild.
some.
Wow.
That was way wild.
Whoa.
Right in the center, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Reminiscent
Wow.
of Craig Jones and Gordon Ryan
Yes.
from EBI 14. And I wonder, now what I wondered then, how compromised is that arm of Nick Rodriguez?
Yeah, it could be tweaked really bad. It could.
Dude.
Dude,
Point.
that was insane.
Go!
Bottom of the second, Nicky Rod in the back of Big Dan Manasoiu.
He's got to be careful with that
You
hook.
just got to hold him.
Yeah. Does he go? Is he going to go for the
If he
finish?
finishes him,
This could be huge.
Oh
he
my
might have it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
That is left.
Oh my God.
The tag. This is incredible.
Frame.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed.
Wow. Good was that?
insane.
$30,000 richer, and he's got a story for the ages. Nicky Rodriguez, victorious here at FPI 4.
And with a finish.
Insane. What a finish. Jeez.
To make it official, we go to Justin Bernard.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission in overtime and UFC Fight Pass Invitational 4 Absolute Tournament Champion, the Black Belt Slayer, Nicky Rod.
I'm here with your winner, the Black Belt Slayer, Nicky Rodriguez. Nick, first, before we get to your run through the tournament, what was going through your mind when you were caught in that armbar?
They didn't even realize it. It wasn't that much pressure on there. I thought it was just kind of flowing a little bit. But if I'm being honest with you, I came here today to show you guys just how good I am. In addition, we got this, you see this physique, right? We got this guy named Gordon Ryan that keeps accusing me of being on steroids, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. All the accusations. Let's go 10-minute match. EBI overtime, and but with a catch. Let's both pass USADA drug test before and after competition. Pretty fair, right? He's accusing, I'm showing up and competing. Let's get it done.
I thought I was going to be the one to have to instigate something between you guys, but look, love the call out, love the stipulations to the match. But let's go back to the tournament. You had to overcome some tough matches, dude. You had to go to overtime in all 3 matches, overcome some adversity. How did it make it that much sweeter to win the tournament in this fashion?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You know, I compete in the room every day, so might as well compete on a stage in front of thousands. So very fun.
Well, Nicky, that was sensational. Techi, I know you're here in the house. Let's get that rematch between Gordon and Nicky done at Fight Pass Invitational number 5. Give it up for the absolute tournament winner, the black belt slayer, Nick Rodriguez.
Nicky Rod answers a challenge by dispatching Big Dan Manasoiu and issues another to Gordon Ryan, who is obviously in the house here tonight.